And the defense may continue their cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, you testified concerning the...
Wait, one moment.
Oh, was that from yesterday? Oh, I have so many pairs. But I bought a new pair. Thank you. I don't think there's on mine.
Yeah, they were left on the stand.
Oh, they are mine. Oh, thank you. Two is better than one. One is none.
We share reading glasses for the entire staff. We're always looking for another pair.
Thank you. Reminded me to get mine. At some point, you were testifying concerning the arrest of Monica Sementilli and Robert Baker, correct? Remember that?
I remember we discussed that, yes.
Right, and you testified concerning the recordings that were made and that could not be made of their activity in the patrol car after they were arrested, correct?
Correct, I remember, yeah.
All right. And part of that was played, I think, while you were on the stand to the jury of the two defendants at that time, two arrestees that were in the car, and the as good a verbal recording as you could get, correct?
Correct.
And I think you also indicated that what was being shown on the screen was a visual of the two arrestees at that time in the police car, correct?
Yes, the latter portion of it, yes.
But that there was no synchronizing of the sound to what the jury was viewing on the screen.
Correct.
So what you were hearing was not necessarily the same time as what you saw on the screen, correct?
Not at all, yeah.
Okay. And when you say not at all, what do you mean? Not even close?
Not even close, because when the recording that recording, the video that you were seeing was far toward the end of the recording. So when the recording started, that video was never captured.
So do you know why the video was shown at all?
I don't know why they decided to show it.
Okay. But what was played to the jury were snippets or a truncated version of what you had recorded that day, correct?
I don't know. I just know that it was later in the incident. I don't know if that clip was truncated or edited.
So when you were following through, you don't know whether it stopped at certain points and then began at other, or whether it was all contiguous?
Correct, I don't know.
Okay.
Because I was actually just reading the transcript and just glancing up at that.
Okay. Your Honor, per prior agreement, we would like to play the entire period of time during which the recording was made that the jury heard parts of yesterday.
Would you like to have that marked as 616?
Okay. And we have transcripts, if I assume you want to...
Well, this first.
Okay.
The recording marked as 616.
Okay.
CD, thank you. And the transcript is 617. Let me inquire as to the length of time.
43 minutes long.
Thank you. Now we'll take our morning. Yeah, Mr. Plaza, see you back here in 15 minutes. The defendants present, all counsel present, jury, and also the present Detective Gable still under oath. So you had a little longer break than usual. What happened is I had to go to another courtroom. As I'm in another courtroom, unbeknownst to me, Esther, who's in charge of the keeping time for the breaks, paused her clock. And then I get back, and she forgot to reset it. The only thing I can think of, and I don't understand soccer at all, but I guess this is stoppage time. In any event, at this time you may hand out the transcript. People strike that. Defense 617. And the same admonition applies to this transcript as all transcripts. Yes, thank you. everybody have a transcript? The answer is no. Negative response. They do.
It's feeling really, really high. Oh my God. We'll turn it on right now. Damn cameras in. I can't breathe. Can you knock on the window? Oh, let's look at the car. It was fixed. And show you the car. Show you the work they did on the car. Can you get her attention? I can't breathe. Hey guys. Hello? Hey guys. No, I can't breathe. I need help. Put your face forward. Oh, there. The sign was on my car. Oh, yeah. This is just another thing in my life. Oh, I will. I will. This is ridiculous. And then the deal itself, what the hell, man? For 10 to 2. 2-story road over the hills. Kilo 1, Brown, 4, 25, DB 011072. Female number 2. 24 Edward 43, 6 Charles indicated to the final location. Number 43, Roger Sugar 4, Copsy, Oxford, and Winnipeg. Number 2, Monica Sonia Sementilli, 14187 PDC, first-degree murder, on the murder of Fabio Sementilli. Contact Valley Bureau Homicide Detective Marshall at 1-874-9550. What the fuck? What the fuck? Get me out of this car! What the fuck? What the fuck, man? Hold on. Fuck, man. What is going on? What the fuck?
I have no idea what the fuck's going on there.
This shit's fucking crazy.
What is going on?
Ma'am,
Yes, I heard everything. What is this?
there's a warrant for your arrest for murder.
Oh my gosh, I just talked to the detective this morning.
Okay, can I just check your Okay. Back him up. I gotta give him a call.
Okay, please do.
We're gonna have to.
Oh my god, my husband was murdered 5 months ago.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for your loss.
How can this be?
All I can tell you is you got a warrant for your arrest. Yeah, I'm gonna make a phone call right now.
Oh my god, please.
Listen. I know, listen. Gotta get a lawyer immediately.
I know, I don't know what's going on.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely fucking insane. It's fucking nuts. What's wrong with these fucking people, man? What the fuck? What the fuck's going on? I don't know. What the fuck? They don't.
I'm just asking you a simple question. I'm not going to say because they always make shit up. You? Fucking you? That's insane. That's fucking insane.
Can you verify the DOB one more time? Roger, control 10 over. Okay, DOB is going to be 05-02-1962. Okay.
Coming now? Is it coming now? Can we get it open a little?
Hang on just a minute.
I can't breathe.
Immediately, okay? Get your attorney. Don't say it.
43, can I have a unit for transportation respond to Archwood at when that's for one?
That's right. Don't say shit to nobody. Get a lawyer immediately.
I'm going to report to the President unit for transportation, Archwood and then cover one.
Transport you both together, so we have another unit coming right now.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to call up to the veterans.
Okay, is the detective there?
I'll talk to him.
Okay, can you just, I can't breathe.
Okay,
Please.
sit back, okay?
Is there any other information you can give me?
I don't know. That's it. Sorry. Hey.
Please help! I can't do it.
They're not gonna care. They're not gonna care.
Help me! Oh, God. I gotta get out of here. Help me! I can't breathe! Please! Help me! I can't breathe!
That means they're satisfied with 18 or the school. Whatever that is, I have no fucking clue what would be in their minds. They just see your face and look
Crazy. So you're saying that?
Additional on Robert Baker. He is showing as a 290 registrant at a 6817 Independence, apartment 110, Canova Park.
There you go. That's why. And that's why I'm in this shit. This is why you're here. Because you're a friendship with me.
This is fucked up. I need to know what's going on right now. I can't breathe. I'm having a big problem back here. Help me. I can't breathe.
I don't have the air come through you. suspects. Hey, crazy day.
Command here. This is not. How could you not tell us anything?
Transcripts, thank you. Just being retrieved. Mr. Levine, you may continue.
Thank you very much.
Can I ask a quick question? Can I ask a quick question? I'm confused on that. No? Okay.
Detective Gable, you just, I'm sorry, you just listened along with everyone else to the tape recording of conversations as they were of Mr. Baker and Ms. Sementilli in the vehicle after the arrest, correct?
I did.
Okay. Now, there were certain portions of that transcript, or there were certain times when you simply could not hear what they were whispering. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you said, I believe yesterday, that your intent, well, let me ask you this. One of the primary purposes of arresting them together and putting them in that vehicle, that shortly after you had informed Ms. Sementilli that she had been cleared of everything, was to see how she would react, correct?
Correct.
You already had enough evidence involving Mr. Baker that he had committed the murder in this case, just based on the DNA evidence.
I had enough evidence for both. I've already secured the Ramey warrants.
Okay. So you secured arrest warrants, which means in your mind, and signed by a judge, there was probable cause to arrest both Ms. Sementilli and Mr. Baker.
Absolutely.
And you're aware that probable cause is not proof beyond a reasonable doubt. You just have to have suspicion, strong suspicion, correct?
Probable cause.
I'm sorry?
Okay. And
That would be sustained. The answer's already in. It's true.
And the only reason you had not arrested both Mr. Baker and Ms. Sementilli before is you were hoping to get more evidence than you had already had, correct?
It's cumulative. Sustained.
So you put him in the vehicle, that's all staged, correct? The manner in which it was done.
The manner in which it was done, yes.
And you made sure that they were both arrested together, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And tell us again what efforts you made to be able to actually hear everything that was said in that vehicle, including parts where they might be whispering.
Sure. So what we did was we intended to put two for lack of better terms, whisper recorders.
Can I interrupt you a second? You did put them in, right?
Well, we intended to put two, but only one went in.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go on.
Okay. So we intended to put two in the back of the police vehicle. One in the backrest, and then one on the little wall in front of them where their mouths would be. And that's what was, and only at the end of the day, only one of them was put into the vehicle, and that one was inadvertently turned off instead of turned on.
All right. Let's go back. This was an event that you had planned for some time, correct?
Yes,
And had many officers involved, correct?
at various times.
Okay. And you could have arrested Ms. Sementilli and Mr. Baker at any time that day or thereafter, correct?
Well, the way I was working my case, I wasn't prepared to do it until that time.
Okay. But you had plenty of time to arrange for the vehicle they were going to be placed into to have the proper listening or hearing devices, correct?
Yes, we did.
Had they been tested before you arrested them?
We brought the technician out to turn the microphones on so that nothing would hopefully go wrong. And unfortunately, the technician messed up.
And messed up by not turning it on, or it didn't
Yes,
work, or what?
Well, since you asked, I'll explain.
I'm sorry.
So what happened was,
Please.
what happened was we had time. We took the black and white down to our TID technical division because they're the experts on all this stuff, and they're the people that we use to do all of our recordings. So we brought it down there, and we met with the technician and the technician's supervisor. The technician was very new on the job, but the supervisor was also there, and we explained in detail what we wanted, where we wanted the microphones, where we wanted the camera, and went over it thoroughly. There was like no doubt in our minds, and they were like, got it, Roger Dodger, no problem.
Could I interrupt you? How did you know? Had you done this before?
Set up microphones?
Yeah, where and
Oh,
how?
yeah.
Okay, go
I
on.
mean, throughout my career, I've done it many times.
Okay.
And we rely on their advice too. Like, I may say, I want a microphone here, and they may say, well, actually, it might work better over here. So it's a
Well, that's why I
collaborative effort.
asked if you had done this before in a
Yes.
police vehicle with suspects in the back seat.
Yes.
And did that not inform you as to where to put the microphone?
Yes, I was just giving an example. It's a collaborative effort, but we
Okay.
told them where we wanted them. But they may say it's better a little to the left or to the right.
Can you
So-
just, you recall what happened on this day?
Yes, I recall it happened. We told them exactly where we wanted them.
Okay.
The technician, new guy, supervisor, new supervisor, but seasoned, a very seasoned technician, got it. So of course, at that point, we rely on them, to get the thumbs up to install them. They install them that evening. The next morning, Curtis picks up the black and white, and we instruct the technician to come out to the scene before we actually go do this traffic stop to actually physically turn on, they're called eagles, to turn them on. Because when you turn them on, there's a little red light, but we didn't want the officers to be responsible for having them turned on or off. Because what they do is they turn them on, and since they're surreptitiously hidden, they turn it on, the red light comes on, then they put a little piece of electrical tape over the red light so that someone doesn't inadvertently see the recorder. Common practice. Again,
Done it
with
many
that-
times.
I'm sorry?
You've done it many times.
Many times. So the new guy, that evening, unbeknownst to us, takes it upon himself to take the eagle apart, disengage the red light, and then put it back together. So then when he went out that day to turn it on, he didn't know what was on and what was off because there's nothing to indicate it's on. So it inadvertently turned off.
How'd you find that out?
Afterwards, when we went down to meet with him.
After you tried to play it back?
There was nothing to play back. So what happens is, after the recording's done, the technician comes out, recovers the recorders, takes them back to the office, and then they download the information. So the next morning when we came in to go pick up the recordings, they said, we got bad news. Bad news is what I just explained to you. And that's how they explained it to us. And we said, okay, well, that sucks, but what about the other recorder? How'd that one do? And they went, what recorded? What are you talking about? So it was a huge screw-up. It was a huge screw-up. And
But you never did a trial run with before they were put in the vehicle or before the whole arrest went down to see if anything was working. I take
no,
it.
no, not that day.
Okay. And you didn't find out till afterwards that you were not able to obtain the results of whatever they were saying.
The next day.
And there was no way to listen in during the time as you were doing with the other conversations to hear what they were saying?
No, the only microphone that was live was the one on the front dashboard with the camera.
All right. So, unfortunately for everyone, no one knows now what was said between them in the whispering that was not picked up. Fair
Only
statement?
Monica and Rob.
Absolutely. Now, after that, your ruse continued, did it not, after they were arrested?
More detail.
Well, they were both placed under arrest for murder, correct?
Correct. That was not a ruse.
That was not a ruse, obviously. And they were still, they were placed apart, correct?
That's normal.
Yes. And as far as Ms. Sementilli was concerned, you or other officers under your direction continued to lie to her about what was going on, correct?
Regarding what?
Well, you told her that Mr. Baker had confessed to everything.
I don't remember saying that.
You remember any of your other officers saying that?
I don't recall that.
You don't?
No. I mean, you can refresh my memory. That's fine, but I just
All right.
don't recall
Well,
it.
perhaps after lunch, I'll
Okay,
take the
yeah.
time we have.
It's been 7 years, so I could miss that, but I don't recall an officer saying that Baker confessed.
Did you prepare a police report of your arrest in this case?
Yes.
Okay, and documenting that some of the tapes did not work accurately, is that right?
I don't know if I put that in there because it's not necessary for an arrest report.
Did you put in the arrest report what you were able to overhear yourself?
As far as the Perkins, I may or may not have.
I'm talking about, I thought you were listening to contemporaneously to what you could hear.
I was.
Did
I
you-
may have, and I may not. I put enough in the arrest report to satisfy the probable cause.
Okay. Satisfy the grounds for the arrest.
Correct.
And then they were put in a cell, and did you have a plan at that point how to obtain even more evidence, if you could,
Yes.
as to Ms. Sementilli?
Yes.
Up to that point, you had nothing indicating, let me rephrase that, she had never indicated to you verbally or anyone else that she had participated in the murder of her husband. She has not confessed to that.
Verbally, she did not.
Okay. I know you believe other evidence shows that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
But verbally, she had not. Correct?
Correct.
And it was still your goal, if possible, to get her to confess, correct?
I always try to gather evidence as long as possible.
Limited to this case, did you have a plan to attempt to continue to lie to her or a ruse in order to hopefully get her to confess?
Yes, there was a plan to continue the ruse while she was in the jail cell.
All right. And can you tell us briefly the first thing that was part of the plan?
I'm sorry?
Tell us what the plan was.
The plan's a very standard plan.
Just tell us in this case.
Okay. In this case, same as every other case. What we did is we, in this particular case, had a LASD sheriff, female, work in undercover capacity, and she worked at our direction to sit in the cell and have a conversation with Monica. We gave her a general outline of the case so she would be aware of where the conversation was going and so she could pick up on cues that we were looking for.
You told her what you wanted her to obtain, if you could.
We just wanted her to talk about the case.
Well, did you tell her that you believed Miss Sementilli was having an affair with Mr. Baker?
Oh yeah, we told her that. That's the details of the case.
Okay.
We didn't tell her what to ask. We just gave her the details of the case.
Was she someone who had performed in this role before, if you know?
Oh yeah, she was very experienced.
As posing as a suspect in a cell in order to hopefully get a real suspect to talk.
She did it all the time.
Okay. Very experienced.
Very experienced at it, yes.
Were you listening to their conversation?
Yes.
So at times you were able to interrupt it or in some way speak to her about maybe you should try this, maybe you should try that, this is not working, anything like that?
No.
Did you talk to her at all during the entire period that she was in the cell with Monica Sementilli?
I don't believe I did. There is a possibility I could have, but my recollection is not at all.
But there were times while she was in the cell with Miss Sementilli that it was interrupted by an officer coming to the cell, correct?
At my direction, yes.
And at your direction for what reason?
To stimulate conversation and to also get the passcode. So it was a combination of getting the passcode, but also mostly to stimulate conversation, to give the UC a reason to talk about something rather than bringing something out of the blue that she would never know.
Okay. And did you inform Miss Sementilli that Mr. Baker had in fact confessed to the murder and everything involving the murder, had confessed to her being involved, and you just wanted her to clear it up?
So ruled.
Yes, no. The answer is no. I don't recall doing that, saying those words, or words to that effect. I don't remember saying that. So, no, I don't recall it. Like I said, you can refresh my memory, and if
Okay.
it happened, it happened.
Do you recall instructing, you had a partner with you that day or not?
I did, but he was, I was, yes. Short answer is yes. Long answer is, for that day, I partnered up with Detective Parshall. He was listening with me. And my partner, Barry Tellis, was handling Baker's Perkins operation. They were happening at the same time.
Okay, so there were two Perkins operations going on.
Correct.
Okay, let's limit this to Miss Sementilli's.
Okay.
Was there any instruction on your part to have someone, some officer, Parshall or someone else, go to the cell and inform Miss Sementilli that Mr. Baker had confessed, they knew everything about what happened, and they just needed her to clear it up?
I remember Parshall going, by listening yesterday, Parshall went up and said that there was no doubt it was you. I'm sorry, there was no doubt it was Baker. But I don't remember the word saying that he confessed. He may have, but I don't remember it.
He may have said that.
He may have, but I don't recall. I don't remember hearing it yesterday.
Okay, okay. And again, all this is designed as part of the ruse to get Miss Sementilli to confess if you can.
It's to gather information.
Okay. So how long was Miss Sementilli in the cell with this, you said trained deputies?
I didn't say trained. I said experienced.
And when you say experienced, does that mean that she had acted as a Perkins officer in the past?
Yes.
You know how many times?
No. Numerous. She was
Very
numerous
successfully, too, I might add, right?
times. I don't know.
Okay.
That I don't know.
Well, you used her again because she thought she was effective, correct?
I used her again?
Well, did you use her in the past?
No.
How'd you know she was experienced and had done this before?
Okay. So my partner is very good friends with LSD Homicide and all the people there. So he, through his contacts in LSD Homicide, heard that they use her often and that she was very good. So through my partner's contacts, we reached out to her, and she looked physically good for the part, and we heard her experience was good, so we used her.
And what was the part that she looked good for?
Cellmate.
Okay. Pretending to be someone else who had been arrested on some other crime.
Yes.
And when you said she was good, does that mean that she had secured confessions in the past?
I don't know the deep.
Sustained.
All right. So you heard yesterday, I believe, we played the Perkins tape recording.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
And I take it, unlike with the car, it accurately picked up everything that was said, as far as you know, between the Perkins officer and Miss Sementilli, correct?
It sounded like it did, yes.
Okay. And at the end, Miss Sementilli indicates that she had an affair with Mr. Baker, correct?
Yes, she said words to the effect that he was, her everything and
Okay.
confidant and all that stuff.
And talked about cheating on her husband, but that he was still a wonderful man and amazing, and she loved him and so forth.
I
correct?
remember that.
But at no time during that entire How long was it? A few hours?
I'd guess 2 hours or so, somewhere in there.
Did she ever indicate that she had participated in the murder of Fabio Sementilli? Did she ever say that?
No.
Is this a good time to break, Your Honor?
Very good. We'll be in recess until 1:30. The admission applies. Have a good lunch. I'll see you at 1:30.